I like making money.
Oh my god, Reggie! I duped. We're duping. We just doubled our money. Oh, Spirit Bone! We got Spirit Bone! Let's go! Profit! Oh! I got another one! And I got J machine gun. Oh my gosh, we're making so much profit. Oh my god, Reggie.
If you play Skyblock, you are probably interested in making some money, but not everyone likes grinding the same things. Some people like dungeons, and some people like grinding skills. But what if I told you that you can make money by doing nearly nothing? Sounds like clickbait? Well, it isn't. Using basic real-life economic principles and combining it with real-life investment strategies, I was able to make millions of coins with little to zero effort. Want to know how I did it? Well, stick around to find out. If you like this new editing style, be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments. And without further ado, using real-life money-making methods in hypixel Skyblock. If you're new to Skyblock or haven't played it before, you might be surprised to know that it has its own stock market. It's called the Bazaar. The Bazaar is where players from all around the server buy and sell resources to and from each other. There are 5 categories: farming, mining, combat, woods and fishes, and oddities. Each of these categories have their own plethora of items to choose from, but the only thing that interests us are the ever-changing prices. In the real world, we have stocks with prices that go up and down based on supply and demand. In Skyblock, it's exactly the same. For example, when an item is used to craft a very useful weapon, the price skyrockets. But similarly, when an item is used to craft a weapon that has been nerfed, the price plummets. This makes investing in items to be an incredibly risky way to make or lose an incredible amount of money. But looking back at the real world, there are many safe investment strategies that I used, so being a guy who lost a ton of money through investments, I decided to look into real world strategies I could try in Skyblock. My first strategy was using the bank. In real life, there are many ways one can make passive money through the bank. The main one of these being through interest. This is when the bank pays you a percentage of the money you stored in the bank for simply leaving it with them. Luckily for us, a bank system with an interest system was in Skyblock since day one. With the base bank account, I was able to make a max interest of 250,000 coins. This was okay, but I wanted more. Luckily, there are 4 more tiers of the bank upgrades. This being the gold account, the deluxe account, the super deluxe account, and the premier account. I'm obviously trying to make the best passive income, so obviously I upgraded myself all the way to the premier account. This brought my max interest from 250,000 coins to a decent 500,000 coins. This was better, but I still wasn't happy. So I looked back at the real world for some more help, and this is when I thought of index funds. But what is an index fund? An index fund, as defined by Wikipedia, is a mutual fund or exchange traded fund designed to follow certain preset rules so that the fund can track a specified basket of underlying investments. This probably sounds like gibberish to you, and it does to me as well, so let me simplify this into something that actually makes a little bit of sense. An index fund is basically something that allows you to easily invest in a group of related stocks. This obviously is not the best explanation, but for our purposes, this is all we need to know. A popular index fund in the real world is the S&P 500, which follows the 500 largest stocks in the market. After hearing about these index funds, I realized I could do the same thing in Skyblock. Since enchanted sacks were recently added into the game, I was able to easily store massive amounts of various enchanted materials. So I decided I would make my own index fund. I call it Mash's Choice, which kinda makes sense because all I did was buy 1 million coins worth of 41 different random enchanted materials and filled my sacks with them. Due to taxes when selling, after successfully filling my sack, I had 40.8 million coins worth of items after I had already spent 41 million. So now all we had to do was wait. But this wasn't any update. This was the best possible update that could have come out in terms of the index fund. This update added a new community project. A community project is a project where the players contribute various items and in return get a new piece of content in the game once enough contributions are received. This is perfect for us since each contribution requires various different enchanted materials with no underlying reasoning behind the choices. This causes the price of said items to randomly spike insanely high, and since I invested in many of these random items, I was able to make millions. I'll let past Mash speak for himself. So if we go to the bazaar and we click here, we can see that we went from 40.8 mil to 45.8 mil nearly. That means I already made 5 million out of thin air. All I did was invested in a bunch of random items, and I have like exactly the same, nothing. I haven't done any grinding to add anything into my sacks, and I just made money. The prices are very risky, not risky, but they're very volatile right now. So you can see the prices are like really changing. So like there just went from 45.2k, 2 mil to 45.6. Now 45.64. It's changing a lot. So I'm going to try and get a good price to sell this at, because I want to make a bunch of money off this, but I don't want to lose a bunch of possible profit. Okay, so it got to 45 mil, so I'm just going to sell it now. So we made a good 4.2 million coins off that investment, and it was one of the easiest investments ever. I had to put literally no effort. All I did was fill my sacks with the random enchanted items, and when the price went up, I sold. So there we have it. I was able to make 4 million coins in profit with no actual effort at all. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, and if I get a lot of likes and stuff for this video, I'll make sure to make another one like this again. See ya! Like a pharmacy. Woo!